Hello everyone, and I'm going to report about ecology, biosphere, and two components of ecology and the level of our organization in ecology.
Good day everyone. I am Rosemary T. Dumalanta from BSCE 2A.
My name is Ivan Rey Garganilla from BSCE 2-A.
So first, what is ecology? This is the scientific analysis of study of interaction among organisms and their environment, particularly in the biosphere. And why is ecology important? Ecology enriches our world and is crucial for human being and prosperity. It provides new knowledge to the interdependence between people in nature that is vital for production. And next is biosphere. This is the part of Earth that supports life, provide necessary environment conditions for survival. Living organisms are required to adapt the environment of the biosphere. The biosphere is home to biodiversity within ecosystem while providing a reliable source of food on Earth. The next one is the two components of ecology, which is biotic and abiotic. Biotic is a living things. This is defined by relating to living organism. It is often used to explain influencing factors or conditions in the environment of living organisms that are caused by another living organism or biological entity. So, yung biotic, siya yung mga living things like animals, humans, insect, trees, bacteria, and so on and so forth. And next is abiotic, is a non-living things. It is a part of ecosystem that shapes its environment in a terrestrial ecosystem. Example might include temperature, light, water. In a marine ecosystem, abiotic factor would include salinity and ocean currents. Abiotic and biotic factors work together to create a unique system. Next is three major components of biotic factors. First one is producer, are the food providers and also the source of oxygen that humans and animals breathe. For example is trees, plants, yun yung mga bagay na tumutulong sa atin to live. And the next one is consumer, are the eaters of the food that the producer provides and also the source of carbon dioxide that is needed by plants and trees. So, ang consumer, tayo naman yon, tayong mga tao naman yon. And tayo naman, nagpo-provide tayo sa kanila ng carbon dioxide to help them to live. And the third one is the composer, are the new one that decays the remains of producer and consumer. For example is bacteria and fungi. Next one is another topic is viruses are not living things. Viruses are complicated assemblies of molecules including proteins, nucleic acid, lipids, and carbohydrates. But on their own, they can do nothing until they enter a living cell. Without cell, viruses would not be able to multiply. Therefore, viruses are not living things. So, madami sa atin ang nag-iisip, living things nga ba or non-living things nga ba ang virus? But, sinasabi dito na ang virus are non-living things. Kahit na siya ay pumasok sa cell ng isang tao o hayop or kahit mag-multiply pa siya ng kahit gaano kadami, siya pa rin ay mananatiling non-living things dahil meron siyang mga substance na hindi acceptable para siya ay consider bilang isang living thing. So the next is the level organization in ecology. We have 6 level organization in ecology, which is individual, population, community, ecosystem, biome, and biosphere. The first one is individual. This is basically one organism, which is one human, one lion, one ant, and one plant. For example is me, one person, one human. And the second one is population. This is a group consisting of many individuals. For example, group of humans, group of tomatoes, group of animals. Example is sa loob ng bahay, group of people, ganon. Kami-kami lang din yung nagkakasama, ilan-ilan na tao. And the third one is community. This is a group consisting of different population, place where there are many plants and animals. So, dito sa community is para siyang barangay. Marami ng taong involved, marami ng population, and meron na ding mga bagay na involved aside from living things. And the next one is ecosystem. The community plus the abiotic factors. So, yun, mas maraming tao and susunod ay meron na din mga non-living things na involved sa ating paligid, mas pinalawak at mas pinalaki. And susunod is biome. Is a large place in the earth that is characterized by similar climate. For example, is land formation, land composition, and it consists of different group of ecosystem that shares similar quality. So, dito sa biome, tinatawag din siyang major life zone because largest geographic biotic unit, a major community of plants and animals with similar life forms and environmental conditions. It includes various communities and is named for the dominant type of vegetation, such as grassland or coniferous forest. Next is biosphere. Biosphere is any part of the earth that supports life. It consists of different biome. So, dito sa biosphere, natawag siyang narrow zone of the earth where land, water, air, and interact with each other to support life. It is in this zone that life exists. There are several species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to large mammals.
The 6 major earth biomes. First is the aquatic biome, okay, which is located underwater. It consists of freshwater regions and marine or saltwater regions. The 3 types of freshwater regions are ponds and lakes, streams and rivers, and wetlands, while marine regions include oceans, coral reefs, and estuaries. Ayan. So, dito sa aquatic biome, consider siya as a largest biome of all the biomes because it's covering or kino-cover niya yung about 75% of Earth's surface. Ayan. And dito rin matatagpuan yung mga aquatic creatures yun nga tulad ng fish, crabs, and sometimes meron din mga human na nagbi-build ng house sa surface ng water para tumira. Ayan. Next is the forest. Are generally characterized as having a vast volume of trees. Ayan, so alam naman natin na yung forest, itsura ng forest is yung madalas or common na itsura ng forest ay yung maraming trees and plants na nasa taas na part na and ayun. It also divided into 3 sub-biomes. Okay. First is the number 1 is tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest is mainly identified as the rainiest of all biomes. It consists of 2 seasons, wet and dry. Temperature are generally hot all year long, ranging from 32 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius in summer, with just a slight drop at night time of wet seasons. Rains are often recyclable. The heat during the day evaporates the water from the environment to form clouds and release it again in the form of rain. So, yun nga, yung tropical rainforest, nagko-consist lang siya ng wet and dry seasons. Na tinatawag sa Tagalog ay tagbasa o tagtuyot. Yung country natin na Philippines, isa sa mga bansa na nakaka-experience ng tropical rainforest. Ayun. Madalas na-experience natin to ng bare months, yung wet seasons. Hanggang January or February. And then, na-experience naman natin yung dry seasons or tagtuyo tuwing summer o vacation ng mga, yun, vacation. Around March hanggang July o August. At, yun. So, next is a home for million species of plants and animals. Ayun. So, dito sa tropical rainforest, maraming variety of animals, species, and plants ang kayang mabuhay dito dahil sa klase ng seasons na na-experience dito, which is yung wet and dry seasons na. Pero meron pa rin mga animals or plants na hindi kaya mabuhay dito sa ganitong klaseng forest. Ayan. So, yung places na matatagpuan yung tropical rainforest sa Southeast Asia or yung country ay yung Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, and others. O sa other country naman sa ibang part ng Earth ay ang Congo, Zimbabwe, Northern or Central Brazil, Nicaragua, Panama, and eastern tip of Australia, southern portion of India and America. Ayan. So next is the temperate deciduous forest. It's characterized mainly by its deciduous or leaf-shading trees and its complete 4 seasons. Winter, which is winter, spring, summer, and fall. The temperature is mostly temperate all year round at an average of 10 degrees Celsius with a big drop during winter that is below freezing. Ayan, so yun nga. Ang pagkakaiba ng temperate deciduous forest sa tropical rainforest ay yung temperate deciduous forest ay nakaka-experience ng 4 seasons, which is yung winter, spring, summer, and fall nga. And nakaka-experience siya ng sobrang lamig talaga pag winter. It has long growing seasons of 6 months that makes it prime for agriculture. Dahil nga sa 4 seasons na na-experience sa temperate deciduous forest, mas madali o mas maraming maraming mga plants or trees or other foods na itatanim dito or nabubuhay dito. Also have a wide variety of plants and animals. Yun nga. So maraming nakaka-survive or na animals and plants sa ganitong klaseng weather. Example na rito yung black bear, wolves, coyote, squirrels, and wide variety of small breeds are common in this region. Ranked second to tropical rainforest as the rainiest biome that includes the following places. So yun nga. The following places naman na nakaka-experience ng temperate deciduous forest ay ang Japan, France, Spain, Germany, the Netherlands, Poland, Eastern China, Southeast of America, and portion of Russia, Canada, and New Zealand. Ayan. So, pumapangalawa yung temperate deciduous forest sa pangalawang pinakamaulan or pinakatagbasa season ay may pinakatagbasang season sa ano. Okay. Next or third ay pangatlo yung coniferous or boreal forest or taiga. The largest of all the land biome. Forest fire during summer are very common. It has typical short, wet and cold summer and long cold winters where spring and fall are too short to notice. So, dito naman daw sa coniferous or boreal forest or taiga, dito, common sa kanila yung forest fire tuwing summer. Siguro dahil sa sobrang init ng summer nila, kaya madalas nakaka-experience sila ng ganito. And next, and yung spring and fall nila ay sobrang ikli na panahon lang. Kaya hindi masyadong nanonotice yan. And rainfalls and snow are moderate. Temperature ranging from 18 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius in summer and can drop as low as negative 25 degree in winter. Known for a majority of trees that are conifers also called evergreen. Ayan, dahil dun sa kakaibang kulay o sa ganda ng mga puno o halaman dito, kaya tinawag na evergreen. Dahil din dun sa katangian ng mga puno dito na pag nakaka-experience ng tagsibol ay hindi sila nakakaranas ng mawalan o hindi nakakaranas ng pagbagsak ng mga dahon. Yun. Dito mo rin matatagpuan yung mga kakaibang puno na hindi natutuyo. Yun, dahil nga, kaya tinawag na evergreen. Hindi natutuyo. As long as nakakapit siya sa buhay at dun sa sanga ng puno. Yun. At yung mga klase ng mga puno na yan ay commonly na tinatawag ay napangalan ay Douglas fir, white spruce, and hemlock. Tapos yung mga common na animals na matatagpuan dito ay ang bobcats, wolverines, and etc. that commonly feed on deer, rabbit, squirrel, and others. Though there are not much variety of plants because of poor soil quality and animals due to limited food supply and harsh weather conditions. It inhabits millions of insects and birds usually migrate here to feed on them. Places include most part of Russia, Canada, Finland, Sweden, Norway, southern part of Chile, and portion of New Zealand. So yun nga, dahil daw sa quality ng soil nila at dun sa limited food supply at harsh weather, konti lang yung nakakasurvive o nakakatagal na mga animals, insect, or bird at plants dito sa lugar na to. So, yun. Okay. Next is the tundra. Considered as the coldest biome and often dry, consisting of treeless plains that are most of the time covered with darkness. It has 2 seasons only. Short summer of about 6 to 8 weeks and a long period of winter. It receives a very less rainfall, subsoil, and permanently frozen, which is called permafrost. Ayan. Nagpo-frost yung mga soil dito and nagpo-frost kaya hindi tinutubuan ng mga halaman at puno. Ayan ay tinatawag ng permafrost. At dito sa mga country na nakaka-experience ng tundra ay maikli lang yung season na na-experience nila yung summer at madalas mas mahaba yung darkness o yung dilim sa kanila. Gawa nga ng location nito sa Earth. Yan. During winter, night is so much longer than day and there are times where the sun does not rise at all. May time pa na nakaka-experience sila na dire-diretsong darkness lang, I mean yung dilim lang at hindi sila sinisikatan ng araw dahil nga sa unique na location ng mga country dito sa tundra. It vice versa in summer. There are much longer than night at times it's almost all day. At may time naman daw na na-experience pala nila dito yung mas mahaba yung araw o mas puro araw na lang, hindi na wala nang darkness pag summer. Ayan. The temperature never gets hotter than 10 degrees Celsius in summer but can be as low as negative 50 degrees Celsius in winter. There is roughly a total of only 48 species of animals in this region. So yun nga, kahit na mababa yung temperature ng summer nila, pero yung na-experience nilang hangin ay may dalang init o ano. Kaya nahihirapang makasurvive yung mga animals dito at kaya konti lang yung variety ng animals na kaya mag-survive or manirahan dito sa ganitong klaseng ganitong klaseng weather. Some animals hibernate during winter and some migrates to other biomes. The common animals are polar bear, Arctic fox, caribou or reindeer, and snowy owl. Ayun, so iyan yung ilan sa mga hayop or animals na kaya mag-survive dito sa gantong klaseng lugar. Arctic tundra are found. So yung ganitong weather ay madalas ma-experience sa mga lugar o sa mga country ng Alaska, Northern Canada, and Northern Russia, and parts of Peru. Ayun, yung Arctic tundra, yun, na-experience yung ganon. And dun sa Alpine tundra naman, much like the Arctic tundra, this area has no trees. So dun naman sa Alpine tundra, dito naman yung mga lugar na halos wala ng mga puno. Ayan. So, yung mga country na merong ganito o nakaka-experience ng ganito ay dun in the mountains of Mexico, Colorado, Alaska, and Chile. Majority of tundra can inhabited by humans. So, yung dahil nga sa weird o unique na panahon na tundra, maraming lugar o maraming land parts sa lugar na to ang hindi kayang tirhan ng iba't ibang klaseng living things like yung animals, plant at yung mga tao. Hindi kaya nilang mag-survive sa ganung lugar.
Desert are mainly characterized with very little to no rainfall at all within a year and are hardly to consist of any standing water. Thus, it is the driest of all biomes and usually very hot. There are also times that due to strong heat coming from the sun, rain evaporates before it reaches the ground. The temperature fluctuates drastically from day to night. It can be as hot as 45 degrees Celsius during daytime and as cold as 1 degree Celsius comes nighttime, which obviously harsh to human and animal as well. That is why only few animals survive in the desert. It has a very unforgiving landscape too. Though deserts are normally very hot, the Sahara Desert in Africa, Middle East Asia, KSA, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Qatar, Syria, etc., parts of Mexico and Australia, cold deserts, Gobi Desert of China, west coast of Chile, south of Argentina, northwest of California, and parts of Peru exist too and may get a lot of snow. 4 subcategories of the desert's biome are hot, semi-arid, coastal, and cold. Plants are almost non-existent in deserts except for cactus and few grasses. Common animals are rodents, rattlesnakes, lizards, porcupines, tarantula, and some puma, dingo, and bobcat. There are also camels on certain locations. Majority of animals are nocturnal. In conclusion, desert is the driest of all biomes and usually very hot. Deserts are areas that receives very little precipitation. That's why it is hard to consist water because rainfall rarely occur in desert. The temperature is harsh to plants and animals. That's why there's no living things living in the desert except for few species able to survive in this kind of biome. There are 2 kinds of desert, the very hot and cold deserts, which snow occurs. Grasslands. Grasslands are made of grasses with a very few sparsely placed individual trees. It is usually located between forest and desert biome. Grasslands do not receive enough rainfall to grow trees. It receives less than the forest but greater than the desert. It is divided into 2 subbiomes. In conclusion, grassland biomes consist of large open areas of grass. Trees can be present, but they are infrequent. Low rainfall, wildland fires, and grazing by animals are 3 factors that maintain grasslands. In grasslands regions, climate is ideal for the growth of grasses only. It is divided in 2 subbiomes, the temperate and tropical grasslands. Temperate grasslands. Temperate grasslands is an area where half of the year is generally warm, while the other half is very cold, with temperature around 30 degrees Celsius in summer and below negative 10 degrees Celsius in winter, but can be as low as negative 40 degrees Celsius in certain areas. The soil are extremely fertile, which are perfect for cropping. That is why most of its areas are used for farming. It has two seasons: growing season covers the traditional spring-summer months, and dormant season covers the traditional fall-winter months. Plants do not grow during dormant season for the temperature is very cold, similar to savanna. There's a delicate balance of a predator and prey here. Wolves, foxes, coyote are some common animals. Notable places are prairies of America that extend the southwest border of Canada, steppes of Russia, pampas of Argentina and Uruguay, belts of South Africa, and plains of New Zealand. In conclusion, temperate grasslands are characterized as having grasses as the dominant vegetation. Trees and large shrubs are absent. Temperature vary more from summer to winter, and the amount of rainfall is less in temperate grasslands than in savannas. Tropical grasslands. Tropical grasslands or savanna experience two seasons of very wet and very dry with temperature that is generally warm all year long, averaging 18 degrees Celsius wet season and 30 degrees Celsius dry season. Grasses here are taller than the temperate grasslands, for the rainfall is a bit greater. Most soils are not rich and are not suitable for farming. There is a good balance of predators and prey. Some common animals which do not all occur in the same savanna are lion, tiger, leopard, cheetah, hyena, elephant, zebra, gazelle, giraffe, and buffalo. During period of drought, it's an annual routine for many animals to migrate on other biomes, going back and forth for survival. Usually those that stay barely make it alive during dry season and waiting for trade. Fires are also common but induce a very less damage. Notable places are Africa, Argentina, Madagascar, India, Mexico, Brazil, and Australia of Africa are savanna. In conclusion, savannas are present in areas that have a warm climate with a rainy season and a dry season. Most of the precipitation falls during just a few months of the year. This results in a long dry season that inhibits the growth of trees. Savannas and their abundant wildlife are famous in Africa, but savannas can also be found in South America, Asia, and Australia. Chaparral. Chaparral is a temperate region having a characteristic of both forest and grassland. Have low rainfall but receives more than desert biome. Wildfires and drought are usually common during the very dry summer months. It has two seasons of mild and temperate at around 33 degrees Celsius in winter and generally from 29 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius in summer. Majority of animals are nocturnal. Places includes Mediterranean, Greece, Italy, Spain, etc. Some parts of Australia, South Africa, Chile, and California. In conclusion, chaparral or Mediterranean forest, we can call it also as Mediterranean forest, is a temperate biome characterized by hot and dry summers and mild and rainy winters. Nearly all of the rainfall occurs in the winter and spring rainy season. To picture the chaparral biome, you don't have to stretch your imagination as far as you may think.